The aviation industry is a big source of income for many countries around the world, both developed and developing. This is because, compared to other areas, this one is more luxurious. About $2.7 trillion is added to the world's GDP by this industry. It has also given over 65.5 million people jobs all over the world. It doesn't matter if many of the planes listed below are used by the military or as posh private jets. As the most expensive planes in the world, they are worth seeing. Here are the top 10 most expensive planes in the world. However, before we start our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Number 10. Boeing 747-8 VIP $153 million. This VIP version of the Boeing 747-8 is called the Dreamliner and has an exclusive design and all the newest technology. There are vaulted ceilings, video screens on the walls, and spiral staircases, among other things. The standard 747-8 Intercontinental can fit 467 people, but this swanky version can only fit a lot less than that because of all the extras. Number 9. Boeing 747-430, custom $233 million. The Sultan of Brunei Hassan Allah, one of the most well-known monarchs in the world, owns a Boeing 747-430 custom plane. The Boeing 747-430 custom plane has many luxury features, like a dining room, a king's throne, large entertainment rooms, conference rooms, bedrooms, and more. The Boeing 747-430 custom plane is called the Flying Palace because everything inside is made of gold. Number 8. Boeing E3 Sentry $270 million. The Boeing E3 Sentry is the most expensive AWACS platform. It is based on the old Boeing 707 and is no longer made. It has a radar system for early warning and a command node in the sky that moves fighter planes around like an RTS game. The Sentry is old, and to keep its old guts going, amazing tricks are used. It is joined by the Northrop Grumman E2 Hawkeye series, which can be used on carriers and is always being made, with the latest models costing close to $200 million. Number 7. P8A Poseidon $290 million. The multi-mission maritime aircraft was the old name for the Boeing P8 Poseidon. Boeing Defense, Space and Security designed and makes it as a military plane. It was made for the Navy of the United States, USN. The P8A Poseidon is a military plane that looks for submarines and is used for maritime surveillance. The P8 Poseidon is a long-range, multi-mission sea surveillance plane that can be used for wide, marine, and seaside activities. The P8 has great performance and reliability, and it has a serious mission framework that makes sure it has the best fight space capacity. It's one of the fastest ways to get from one place to another over a long distance in a short amount of time. This plane's high price is fully justified by its high-tech system. It is one of the best defensive planes because it can't be messed with because it was made to carry Harpoon anti-ship missiles, Slammer missiles, depth charges, torpedoes, and more. Number 6. F22 Raptor $350 million. Martin Lockheed makes the F22 Raptor, which is a combat plane. Martin Lockheed confirmed that the F-22 Raptor is the best combat plane in the world. It can fly for a long way, and its cruise missiles are the most expensive ones. It is one of the world's most expensive military planes. The cost of the plane is about $350 million, and it is hard to fly. The F-22 Raptor is 62 feet long and has wings that are 44.5 feet wide. It is made for one pilot. With its stealth aerodynamics and flight system, it is always ready for air battles. It can move quickly over long distances, stay out of range of almost every radar, and shoot down enemy missiles. Number 5. Boeing 747-8 VIP $357 million. The Dreamliner is another name for this Boeing 747-8 VIP plane. It is made in a unique way and uses the most up-to-date technology. The Boeing 747-8 is a bigger version of the famous 747. It's the second biggest and longest plane ever made by an airline. 4 General Electric Jenks power the plane's engine. It can fly non-stop for 9,200 nautical miles. The private plane has a lounge, a dining room, and an office. It also has a large conference room that can be used for meetings. It has an area of 4,786 square feet. It has a more advanced engine, a more advanced cockpit, and more space for carrying things. They used the best materials to build the inside of the plane. There is a huge office with a great room for meetings. It has a master lounge area where you can relax and feel at ease. The King of Brunei owns the Boeing 747-8. There are spiral staircases, video screens on the walls, and vaulted ceilings in the VIP areas of the Boeing 747-8. The Boeing 747-8 VIP aircraft can hold up to 467 people, but this newest version has fewer seats because of its fancy upgrades. Number 4. Airbus A380 Custom $500 million. The Airbus A380 Custom is a luxury plane made for kings and VIPs. The Saudi Prince Al Walid bin Talal owns it. About 550 square meters of space are used for the cabin on this plane. Even if your house is a palace, the Airbus 380 private jet has more than enough room for all your home's things. The A380 is made with the latest graphic structure, which includes carbon ribs inside the wings made of aluminum. It has a sophisticated navigation system for commercial aviation and can work for more than 13 hours and fly more than 9,000 nautical miles. Number 3. Custom Airbus A340-300. $600 million. The A340-300 plane took its first flight on October 21, 1991. It started testing 6 other planes in the air, including the A340-300 and the limited A340-200 versions. About $600 million was spent on the Airbus. On a single flight, it can go up to 13,700 km. This expensive plane is owned by Alisher Osmanov, who is one of the richest people in Russia. It is the biggest plane in Russia. It can hold as many as 375 people, which is plenty for a conference meeting. It can travel up to 9,000 nautical miles. Number 2. Air Force One $660 million. People often call this plane the private plane of the US president. It's 21 feet wide and 40,000 square feet, which are both impressive. Air Force One is a big plane that can hold more than 100 guests and 26 crews. The plane is made to make sure that everyone on board is safe and secure. It can stand up to earthquakes, meteor strikes, nuclear war, and anything else. As you might expect, it is made with a system that is very advanced in terms of technology. If doctors need to do surgery while in the air, they can do it in the plane's hospital. So, there's no reason to be worried if there's a medical emergency on board. Air Force One can go about 650 miles per hour, and it can also be refueled while it is in the air. Air Force One is worth $660 million, which makes it one of the most expensive planes in the world. Number 1. B-2 Spirit Stealth Bomber $2.1 billion. The most expensive plane in the world is the B-2 Spirit Stealth Bomber. One of the best things about the plane is its stealth technology, which makes it hard for enemies to see. This keeps it safe from attacks and lets it get past the air defenses of big countries like Russia, so it can drop nuclear bombs. This plane was used by the United States Air Force to drop bombs on Afghanistan and Iraq. The B-2 Spirit bomber is a great plane that has left its mark on military aviation ever since it was made. The price of the B-2 Spirit bomber went from $737 million in 1989 to over $2.1 billion in 1997. This is a huge jump. So, it is a top-secret plane and one of the most expensive planes ever made. What are the most interesting parts of this plane that changed history? Even though its wingspan is 52 meters (170 feet), the B-2 is still quiet and quick. The B-2 Spirit bomber can fly more than 10,000 nautical miles with one mid-air refueling and more than 6,000 nautical miles on its own fuel. It is about 336,500 pounds heavy. These are the top 10 most expensive planes in the world. If you liked the video, leave a comment and also subscribe to our channel for more top 10 videos. Press the bell icon for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.